Hello students, welcome to session 8 of unit 6 of ARM controller subject. So in the last session we have seen what is timer, what are the applications of timer, what are the features of timer and how is the architecture of timer. In the architecture of the timer we have seen there are many registers associated with the timer. In particular, there are around 11 registers which are associated with the timer. Okay. So, in today's session, we are going to study in detail about these 11 registers. So, in today's class, I will be explaining you about these 11 registers. So, what are these 11 registers? The first one is the interrupt register. The second one is timer control register. The third one is the timer counter. The fourth one is the prescale register. The fifth one is the prescale counter. The sixth one is the match control register. The seventh one is the match register. The eighth one is the capture control register. The ninth one is the capture register. 10th one external match register, and the last one is the count control register. Okay. So let us study in detail about all these 11 registers in today's session. So let us begin with the first register called as the interrupt register. Actually, we know that in LPC 2148 there are two timers called timer 0 and timer 1, and both these timers are exactly same. Okay, so all these 11 registers are same for both timer 0 and timer 1. Their functionality is also same and their names are also same for both timer 0 and timer 1. So that's why the interrupt register, it can be the interrupt register of timer 0 or it can be the interrupt register of timer 1. Its functionality remains the same. So now let us see what is this interrupt register. So as you can see on the screen, it is a 8-bit register. Okay. So this 8-bit register, among these 4 bits are reserved for the match register interrupts and 4 bits are reserved for the capture register interrupts. So what is the use of this interrupt register? It is used for identifying the source of interrupt. That is, whether these match registers have generated the interrupt or whether these capture registers have generated the interrupt. So that identification will be done by the interrupt register. For example, if this bit is set high, then match register 1 has generated the interrupt. If this bit is set high, then capture register 1 has generated the interrupt. So if interrupt is not generated by any of these, then those bits value will be 0. Okay. So if they are set, they indicate the interrupt generated, and if interrupt is not generated, the bit value will remain as 0. And if we want to reset any of these interrupts generated, then we have to write 1 into that corresponding bit. So writing 1 will reset that interrupt, and writing 0 has no effect. Okay. So this 8-bit register can be both read as well as written. So it is a 8-bit read and write register. So this is about the interrupt register. The next register is the timer control register. So this timer control register has got just 2 bits. One is CE. CE stands for counter enable. The other one is CR. CR stands for the counter reset. So what is the use of this counter enable? As the name indicates, it is used for enabling or for disabling the timer counter value. So when it is equal to 1, the timer counter or prescale counter are enabled for counting, and when it is 0, the timer or counter are disabled from counting. The next one is the counter reset. So when it is equal to 0, the counter is not reset, and when this bit is set equal to 1, the timer counter or the prescale counter are reset upon the next positive edge of the peripheral clock. Okay, so this timer control register is used for controlling the operation of the timer or counter. The next one is the timer counter register. Okay, So this timer counter register is a 32-bit register, and it is incremented whenever the prescale counter reaches the maximum value, and this maximum value is held by another register called as the prescale register. So what is this prescale register? The prescale register is once again a 32-bit register. What is its use? It holds the maximum value of the prescale counter. Then what is this prescale counter? The next register is a prescale counter. So what is this prescale counter? It is a 32-bit register, and it is used for dividing the clock frequency of the peripheral clock. So it divides the peripheral clock by some constant value before the clock cycles of the peripheral clock are applied to the timer counter. Okay, so this prescale counter is incremented by 1 every time a clock cycle is generated by the peripheral clock, and when it reaches the maximum value, the timer counter is incremented, and this prescale counter will be reset upon the next clock cycle of the peripheral clock. The next registers are the match registers. So there are 4 match registers. All the match registers are of the size 32-bit, and what is their use? The values stored in these match registers are continuously compared with the timer counter value, and whenever a match occurs, the timer will be either reset, or it will be stopped, or it will simply continue its operation with an optional interrupt generation. Okay, and these match registers are controlled by a register called as a match control register. So match control register of timer 0 or match control register of timer 1 may control the match registers, these 4 match registers. So next we will see what is this match control register. Okay, as you can see, it is a 16-bit register, and here the first 3 bits corresponds to match register 0, the next 3 bits corresponds to match register 1, these bits corresponds to match register 2, and these bits corresponds to match register 3. So these match register 0, I stands for interrupt, R stands for reset, and S stands for stop. So these same bits are also present for the match register 1, the same bits are present for the match register 2, and same are present for the match register 3. Okay, so their functions are same. Match register 0 interrupt, match register 1 interrupt, match register 2 interrupt, and match register 3 interrupt. All these 4 bits functionality is same. So what is their function? Whenever a match occurs, if these bits are set equal to 1, then an interrupt will be generated. Okay, so if this bit is set 1, then when match register 0 value becomes equal to timer counter value, an interrupt is generated. Similarly, this R stands for what? Reset. So match register 0 reset, match register 1 reset, match register 2 reset, and match register 3 reset. So all these 4 bits have got the same function. What is their function? If these bits are set, then corresponding then corresponding match register values will be compared with the timer counter value, and when they become same, the timer counter is reset. Okay, so R stands for reset. So upon match, the timer counter will be reset. Similarly, the S stands for stop. So this MR0S, MR1S, MR2S, and MR3S, all the 4 bits have got the same function. What is their function? Whenever the match occurs, if this bit is set equal to 1, whenever the match occurs, the timer counter will be stopped. Okay, so as the name indicates, what is the use of this match control register? What should happen whenever a match occurs? That will be decided by this match control register. Okay, So if this bit is set equal to 1, then interrupt will be generated upon the match. If this bit is set equal to 1, then timer counter will be reset. If this bit is set equal to 1, then the timer counter will be stopped. And the same applies for the other match registers also. So this is about the match control register. The next register is the external match register. Okay. So this external match register is also a 16-bit register. What is its use? It controls and it provides control and status of the external match pins. So in the architecture, we have seen there are 4 match pins. So these match pins, what output should be generated on these 4 match pins will be decided by this register called external match register. So first there are 4 bits here. They are called as external match bits. So what is the use of these 4 bits? They reflect the state of corresponding output pins. Match 3 output pin, match 2 output pin, match 1 output pin, or match 0 output pin. So these output pins state is reflected by these 4 bits. Okay. And when the match occurs, what will happen to these bits? Whether these bits toggle, or whether these bits go high, or whether nothing will be done on these bits, on these pins, will be decided by the next 8 bits. Okay. So these 2 bits are for match register 0, these 2 bits are for match register 1, these 2 bits are for match register 2, and these 2 bits are for match register 3. So here EMC is for external match control. So whenever the match occurs, what has to be done of these match output pins will be decided by these match control bits. So for each match register there are 2 control bits. Okay. So these 2 control bits will determine the functionality of the external match pins as shown in this table. If these 2 are 0, 0, then nothing will be done on the match output pin. If it is 0, 1, then the match output bit or match output pin will be cleared. If it is 1, 0, then match output will be set, and if it is 1, 1, then the external match bit will be toggled. The next register is the capture register. So actually there are 4 capture registers here, and each capture register is associated with a pin called as a capture input pin. Okay. And what is the use of this capture register? They are used for loading the value of the timer counter whenever a transition occurs on this input pin. And what has to happen, or on what edge the timer counter value will be loaded into this capture register will be decided by another register called as the capture control register. So this is the capture control register. It is also a 16-bit register. So what is its job? Which edge of the capture input are used for loading the capture register, that will be decided by this capture control register. Okay. So there are 4 capture registers. So correspondingly we have these bits for all the 4 capture registers. So here 0 indicates capture 0 register, 1 indicates capture 1 register, 2 indicates capture 2, and 3 indicates capture 3. So for all the 4 capture registers we have 3 bits. So if this bit is set, then RE indicates what? Rising edge, FE indicates falling edge, and I indicates interrupt. So here on which input, on which edge of the input the capturing action will take place will be decided by these bits. So if these RE bits, capture register 0 RE, or capture register 1 RE, or capture register 2 RE, if these capture register bits are set equal to 1, what does it indicate? The capturing action will happen on the rising edge of the capture input. If it is 0, then nothing will happen. But if these are set equal to 1, then on the rising edge, the timer counter value will be copied into the capture register. And what is the use of these capture pins? Okay, capture 0 falling edge. So here FE stands for the falling edge. Capture 0 falling edge, capture 1 falling edge, capture 2 falling edge, and capture 3 falling edge. Okay, so all these bits have got the same functionality. That is, when they are set equal to 1, on the falling edge of the capture input, the capture registers will be loaded with the timer counter value, and writing 0 is disabled. The next left out bits are what? Capture 0i, 1i, 2i, and 3i. So these are corresponding to 4 capture registers. And when these bits are set equal to 1, what does it indicate? An interrupt will be generated by the capture event. Okay, and if this is 0, then this feature is disabled. The last register is a count control register. So what is the use of this count control register? There are 4 bits here. These 2 bits are used for selecting the mode of operation of the timer or counter, and these 2 bits are used for selecting the input. Okay, so counter input select, CIS stands for counter input select, and these 2 are used for selecting the mode of operation. So this count control register is used for identifying, or it is used for selecting the counter mode or the timer mode, and for selecting the counter input. So first we will see about counter timer mode bits. So first 2 bits are called as counter or timer mode bits, and since there are 2 bits, 4 combinations can be generated here. So based on these 4 combinations, one of the operations will be selected for the timer or counter. So when both these bits are 0, 0, timer mode is selected, and on every rising edge of the peripheral clock, the timer will be incremented by 1. And if it is not 0, 0, then the counter mode is selected. So if it is 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1, the counter mode is selected. Okay, so timer mode or counter mode can be selected by writing either 0, 0 or any other value into these 2 bits. So when it is in the counter mode, on which edge of the capture input the timer counter is incremented will be decided by whether these bits are 0, 1, whether these bits are 1, 0, and whether these bits are 1, 1. Okay. So here the edge refers to what? The edge of the capture inputs selected by the next 2 bits of this register. So what are the next 2 bits? Count input select. They are called as CIS. CIS stands for the count input select. So what is the use of these 2 bits? They will decide the input, which capture input should be considered for incrementing the timer counter. If it is 0, 0, the first capture pin is considered as the input pin. If it is 0, 1, input is taken from the second capture pin. 1, 0, then third pin, 1, 1, then from the fourth pin the input is taken. From the fourth pin the capture input is taken. Okay, so this is about the 11 timer registers, 11 registers of the timer. So let us see how much we have understood from today's session. Now let us try to answer some multiple choice questions. The first question is, what is the function of the IR register? The option are: it enables the interrupt, it generates the interrupt, it identifies the source of interrupt, or none of the above. So which is the correct answer? The correct answer is it identifies the source of interrupt. So this interrupt register is used for identifying the source of interrupt. The next question is, the register used for enabling and resetting the timer counter is. The first option is prescale register, The second option is timer control register. The third one is match control register. The fourth one is count control register. So which is the correct answer? Yes, the answer is the timer control register. The next question is, what is the function of PR register? The first option is, it specifies the maximum value for PC register. The second option is, it increments the PC. The third option is, it increments the TC register. TC register means timer counter. PC means prescaler counter. And the fourth option is none of the above. So what is the answer? The correct answer is the first one. It specifies the maximum value for the prescale counter register. The next question is, the register used to select between timer mode and counter mode is. The options are PR register, timer control register, match control register and count control register. So what is the answer? Yes, the answer is count control register. The next question is, the register which increments upon every peripheral clock cycle is. The first option is PR register. The second option is timer counter register. The third option is prescale counter register. The fourth option is count control register. So which is the correct answer? The correct answer is prescale counter. So this prescale counter will increment upon every clock cycle generated by the peripheral clock. The next question is, the register which controls the actions performed when one of the match register matches the time counter is. Prescale register, time control register, match control register or count control register. So which is the correct answer? So what is the question? You have to identify the register which controls the action that will happen when match register and timer counter value will become same. So when both these values will become same, what action will be performed? That is decided by which register. So whether prescale register, timer counter register, match control register or count control register. So which is the correct answer? Yes, the answer is match control register. So totally there are 11 registers associated with the timer. So about these 11 registers, about their description, we have studied in today's session. So in the next session, we will be studying about a programming part of the LPC 2148. So in the next session, I will explain you how to program general purpose IO, that is GPIO programming of the LPC 2148. Thank you.